And there you have it. 2026 World Cup has came to an conclusion, has came to an end. And that final was just a one nation, one team performance. That was just one team playing and another team trying to survive. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be straight up honest. That game showed Spain is above, is head and shoulders above. And I mean head and shoulders, and even you can add toes if you like it. They're above any other nation. No disrespect to France, no disrespect to Germany, no disrespect to Argentina, no disrespect to Morocco, no disrespect to any other nation out there. They just showed against France. They just showed again against the world reigning champion how to play soccer, how to play football, how to play tennis if you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want. They just showed how to play. They went out there. They have 80% Lamine Yamal. They had 20% Nico Williams. And yet, they outperform the two finalists from last World Cup. The two teams that we said probably going to go to the final again. Everybody had them two going to the final. And they played against both of them, and they showed how to play. They showed how to control the game, how to play the game. They showed both of them how to be a team, how to be a nation. And I am so disappointed, man. I'm so disappointed. Not because it's being won. They deserve to win. And I'm proud and happy for those Barca boys. Lamine Yamal, Badri, Olmo, Kubasi, Eric Garcia, all of them, man. All of them. Gavi. Also from the boys from Manchester City. I think there's only one. I think there's only one guy. Yeah, that's Rodri. That's it. That's the only guy, man. It's okay though. I was happy for Spain to win it. I would have been happy if Argentina wins too. But the better team won. The better nation won. The better players won. You can have Messi. You can have Messi, who is the greatest player of all time. But if you don't give him the ball in a dangerous area, what do you want him to do? He's not gonna do nothing. He's not gonna do nothing. He's not gonna chase the ball for you. I saw him chase the ball. I saw him defend. In this game particularly, this game only, then I seen him defend the whole of last World Cup. Or even the games that we just played. And that is just diabolical, man. That's not what you want to see from Messi. That's not what you want to see from your best player. That's not what you want to see from the greatest player of all time. You don't want him to defend. You want to give him the ball. Give him in a dangerous areas, somewhere where he can hurt Spain. But with that, in order for you to do that, you need the ball. They didn't have nothing. They didn't have the ball. They couldn't get the ball, and every time they win the ball back, or Spain takes a shot and misses, or Martinez saves it, they just give it back. They just give it right back. That's why I was so disappointing. Every time they get the ball, they just give it back. And that is why I was disappointed, guys. It don't matter who won. It don't matter. That's okay. You lose finals. France, who were the best nation in the best few years, few World Cups, they lost. They lost the final, but that's fine. But you gotta compete. Lose with your head held high. I think I should say it slow. Yeah. But you can't come to a World Cup final and play like that. You can't come to World Cup final scared. You can't come to a World Cup final trying to just defend. And I've been hearing a lot of conspiracy, and I try to ignore that. I try to, let them be. Call what they want to call it. But I don't know how Paredes did not get a red card. I don't know how Enzo Fernandez did not get a red card. Earlier, to be honest, even earlier than that. But that's part of the game. You can see that's part of the game, but that's fine. Spain had some fouls too. I'm not gonna talk about like all the fouls. But still, especially them two. Enzo Fernandez, he get a red card anyways, but it was too late. And he also let his nations down. He let his teams down. He let Messi down. They basically two-man down. when they don't have when they didn't have the ball. And then there was who's the guy that he subbed on? And I don't understand why you start with Gonzalez. He was so effective. He was so good coming off the bench. And you start with him. Why? I don't understand. And you take him on at halftime and you put him on who? Paredes. Who should have got a red card after 2 minutes? He should have got a red card after 2 minutes in that game. 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, he should have been sent off. He should have been backing. He should have been going back to Argentina, man. I have no idea how he played for that long. No idea. And that's on the ref. You can't say blah blah. You can't make excuses. That's on the ref. The ref should have sent him off. He should have sent him off that guy way earlier. Way earlier. But it's okay though. And now we're gonna talk about the actual game. We're gonna talk about the chances both teams had, or the lack of it for Argentina. We're gonna talk about the game, and let's start with how they line up. Let's see how both teams lined up. This this no, this is how it ended. This is how it ended, man. But this is how both teams lined up. That's how both teams lined up. And as you can see, Emilio Martinez, his name is Martinez. Martinez get man of the match, man, because of I think he had 8 saves. If I'm not wrong, I think he had 8 saves. Saves 11 saves. Damn, that's a lot of saves. Let's start with Argentina. I gotta give credit to Scaloni for winning the World Cup, for winning Copa America twice back to back, for going to the World Cup final back to back. But his tactics in this World Cup, his tactics were out of mind. We're out of tactics. I don't know. I think he was just hoping. He was like, give the ball to Messi. That was his tactic. Just give it to Messi. Just give it to Messi. Just give it to Messi. And this World Cup, this literally World Cup final, this game in particular, it was just go long balls to Gonzalez. And he was hoping for Gonzalez to get the ball up there. Spain is the last time you should be playing that. You should have watched the game against France. You should have watched that game and you should have taken note. It's okay. Play 2 wide. Don't even play 2 wide wingers, but play players that can keep the ball. And Spain and Argentina, they have players that can keep the ball. They have Lionel Messi that can keep the ball. If you give it to him, which they didn't, you have Enzo Fernandez, who disappointed. You have McAllister, who disappointed, even though he was doing way better than all these midfielders. McAllister was the best player out of all of these. Basically, their best player alongside Martinez. And you take him on at halftime, and then who you put on? Who? Who have you put on? Lisandro Bernardes, Leandro Bernardes, who should have got a red card 10 times. If I was there, I would have given it to him 2 red cards. 2 red cards, man. Not even 1. I would have given him 2 red cards. So I don't know how he stayed out that long, man. I have no idea. And then look, I don't understand his tactics. This is what I mean. This guy's fine. He get injured and he automatically, that's fine. I don't understand why you sub him on. This guy should have started and you should have taken him off. And I don't know how you put him on. Why are you putting this guy on? Why are you putting this guy on? Why are you putting a lot of defenders? Why are you bringing on a lot of defenders? You have Nico Paz. You have Thiago Almada. You have Lautaro Martinez. Put some attackers that can trouble, that can put pressure on Spain's defenders, that can put pressure on Spain's midfielders. That's what you need. You don't need 4 midfielders. You don't need 5 midfielders. This is not England. This is not Egypt. This is not Cape Verde. This is Spain. You need players that can press, players that can put pressure. But regardless, he got it totally wrong. You cannot rely on Messi. The guy is 39 years old, man. He brought you here. Who brought you here? It was only Messi, and you cannot play like that in a World Cup, especially in a World Cup final. You need to give him the ball somewhere that he can hurt. And now we move on to Spain, who did a lot of the hurting today. And it was vintage Spain performance. Keeping position, keeping the ball, and hunting for the ball every time they lose it. That's what I like about Spain. If they lose the ball, they don't complain. They just go get the ball. They just go get it again. And instead of complaining, they will just go get it. And that's what you need to do. You're not here to fight. You're not here to play WWE. You're not here to play rugby. You're not here to play American football. You're here to play soccer. You're here to play football, actual football with your feet. And Spain showed how to play, especially in midfield. Those three midfielders were amazing. Even the ones that come on, Bridger came on, Ferran Torres came on, Michael Mourinho came on, Nico Williams came on later on, and then them two came on later on. Eric Garcia and Subamani came on extra time. But Bridger, oh mamma mia, that's why he's basically the best midfielder currently. That's why he's one of the greatest midfielders of all time. Especially when you have the ball, you need a player. That's why I said this guy should not start. He did good. I'm not saying he didn't do nothing. He did bad. He did amazing. He had an amazing game. He did. But when you have a team that is more defensive, you need a player like Badri, who can unlock defense, who can break defense, who can break lines, who can unlock any kind of defense. That's what you need. This guy is more, when you have more how do you say, when you have more, basically when you have a team that's attacking you, basically, then you need more of a defense. If you want more of a like physicality, yeah, you need this guy. We know Bidgie is not don't like play with his physicality. No, you can bring this guy on. You can start this guy on. But I gotta say, man, the defenders, Spain only conceded one goal in the whole tournament. And people were complaining about this guy. Why he's shooting? Why is he starting? Why is he starting? Why did this guy starting? Why did this guy? And why did he brought him on? Why did he? They showed how to defend. And Kubasi, man, Kubasi, Paul Kubasi. He showed why he's one of the best defenders we currently have. And he won the youngest player of the tournament, and rightfully so. And at the beginning of the tournament, before the tournament, if you should have said who's gonna win the best young player tournament, he should have been maybe the top 20, maybe 20th, somewhere like that. But now he showed why he, especially if you put him in this kind of system, not at that kind of freaky high line, he's gonna show you why he's a La Masia graduate. He can keep the ball, he can defend, he can chase, he can read the game. He has high enough IQ to read the game. And this guy, man, Barcelona need to buy this guy. They need to buy him, man. Even for 2 more years. You only need one experienced guy. You just need experience against this guy. That's it. It don't matter how big the other guy is. It don't matter, man. You just need someone with enough experience to play alongside Kubarsi. Then he's gonna be the best defender of all time. And you have Cucurella, very underrated. He had a great tournament overall, not just this game, but the whole tournament. Same as this guy. Great tournament. Best midfielder of all time in this World Cup. Yes. Great game. He probably the best attacking midfielder. Okay game. Okay. He tried, especially this game, he tried to take him on. He did a few good hit and there moments. This guy too. Man, oh man. Well done, guys. Well done. Spain, congratulations. You deserve not just this, but the way you play. You make us love football again. You make us entertain. You showed how to play football. You showed how to play soccer. You played the 2 top nations in world football, and you beat them both, and you outplayed them both, and you outscored them both. And congratulations. Congratulations to Spain. Congratulations to all Barca supporters. Congratulations to all Messi supporters. Congratulations to all of them. And thank you, Messi. Thank you. Probably your time is up. Hang your boots. You did what you could. You carry your country all the way here. But thank you to all of you guys. And just that's it. The World Cup has came to an end. Peace out. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.